guys, welcome to Beware the Awakening. Today we call Blim Burst, featuring our Drifblim and the new Venture Bomb combo. Flipping a coin, if you get a heads, you get to place 2 damage counter on any one of your opponent's Pokemon. For each copy that you have been played, we're playing 3 copies. We also get to place damage counter on our own Drifblim for extra damage. If we flip a Tails, we actually get to do 30x damage for each damage counter on our Drifblim by playing Relicanth to basically substitute copy our Drifloon's attack. So Drifloon has the Balloon Burst that actually does 30x damage for each damage counter for 2 psychic energy costs. So you actually do need to satisfy the attack cost. That's why we have Smoochum and our experience share. We also are playing our Reversal Energy and Dusclops combo. We have no Dusknoir. We do have Dusclops with our Lana's Aid, Super Rod, and also Night Stretcher to recover those cards so that we get to keep on reversing, basically having more prize cards than our opponent, so we get to play on the damage counter placement. If our opponent has Munkidori, we don't have Uxie anymore. We used to have Uxie. You can see it on the last game for this video, but now that we faced up against a lot of Munkidori decks, we are not going to play Munkidori with Luminous. We're not going to do that. We are instead going to play on the counter condition by using Reversal and Dusclops. So we got Iono in our hand with that one Venture Bomb to start with. So funny thing is, if you get the Venture Bomb early, if you want to play it fast, you can actually do it on your Dusclops. I think we did it right here. You can just flip the coin, and then if you get a Tails, you're gonna dump your Dusclops anyway, so it doesn't really matter. If you get a heads, then you get to target any one of their Pokemon. But we actually want to be saving them. I feel like it would be wiser if you save them for your Drifblim. If you have your Drifblim in the active spot or your Drifloon, then only should you be playing your Bomb, just because if you get a Tails, you're actually benefiting from the damage counter placement as well on your own Pokemon. So 30x is not a lot, but it does accumulate since we get to play Everyone Explode Now, the attack that Drifblim has, to basically do 30 damage recoil to each of our Drifloon and Drifblim that we have in play, eventually allowing us to hit up to 300 damage with our Balloon Burst by playing Relicanth, by using the Memory Dive ability to land the Balloon Burst attack from Drifloon. So all we need is 2 Psychic Energies for us to play that attack on our Drifblim and just bench that Relicanth. Obviously, we do have Artazon and Nest Ball to do that. We even have our Redeemable Ticket since we are only playing 1 copy of the Relicanth. We also have our Lana's Aid, Night Stretcher, and Super Rod for the recovery, as we already mentioned. But yeah, anyway, let's just get back into the game. Now we got our Buddy Puffin to bench 2 Pokemons. We're choosing to bench our Drifloon and Cleffa instead of another Duskull, because I think we don't have a supporter card in hand. There we go. So we actually benched the Smoochum and Cleffa, unfortunately, because the first Iono gave us a dead hand. I think we got 2 Hassel now, so it's a bit of a weird, a bit of a clunky list, I would say. I would recommend swapping one of the Hassel for a Co-Resist Tenacity, just because you actually get to search for your Reversal, since we're doing a lot of Dusclops now. But then if you get your Smoochum though, you might not need the Tenacity after all. You can actually play Curse Spreading by using the basic energy, which isn't great just because you want to be making use of your Reversal and you don't want to be wasting your basic energy. But we got enough though. We got 6 basic Psychic Energies in this deck for us to attack non-stop with our Drifblims, either copy, but we want to be attacking. If you can, attack first with the newer one, the Stellar Crown Drifblim, just because it does big damage early. But then if you want to get extra prize fast though, before your opponent evolves of their Pokemon, because having to play the TMD will actually waste your waste that extra 1 turn. Since you're playing Luxcape now, we might actually allow our opponent to get an extra prize by knocking out any of our Drifloon or Drifblim with the Luxcape attached, or they might actually do Munkidori to take out your Cleffa and any one of your Drifloon that doesn't have the cape attached, any one of your weakened Drifblim that has low HP remaining. So Munkidori is really annoying, but then if you are conscious of that ability, if they have 2 copies of Munkidori in play, make sure to attach your Luxcape on one of the Drifloon and evolve multiple copies before using the Everyone Explode Now the second time. So obviously the first time is fine, you can use it the first time, no problem with that, hitting 200 damage max. The second hit though, you gotta watch out for those Dories. Those annoying Dory could actually basically destroy your entire bench, or basically get your opponent extra 2 prize in that single 1 turn. But then we can obviously counter back with our Curse Spreading and Dusclops, which isn't really a good deal just because it's only 8 damage counters. You want to be doing big damage as well with your Balloon Burst and Relicanth, so you don't really want your Drifloons to be taken out before you actually get to make use of those damage counters that you place on yourself with the recoil. So it's important to make use of everything that you have. We only have 3 copies of Venture Bomb. Make sure you play those cards at the right time. Do not waste those cards on your Cleffa in the active spot. Sometimes I do that. Sometimes it's the wrong move. Sometimes it's the right move because you have to play it before you do the research. Since we are playing 2 copies of research, if you have the bomb in your hand, you actually have no choice but to play them before discarding your hand and drawing 7 cards. We also are doing the Deluxe Bomb A spec, by the way, to help us add more damage into the game by forcing our opponent, the attacking Pokemon, to take 12 damage counter recoil if they knock out any one of our Pokemon with that tool card attached in the active spot. I think it has to be in the active spot. We do have that one Rabsca though, to deny our opponent from hitting any of our Pokemons on the bench with damage counters as well. But if we got it priced, we have the ticket as well to get it out. Playing only 1 copy is actually pretty dangerous, but then eventually we had to, just because we need space for Dusclops, we need space for Reversal, Smoochum, and all those tool cards. So I don't know. If you guys want an extra copy of Rabsca, just modify according to your preference. You can always update according to your needs. The list is just provisional, as we all know. It's ever changing as well. So anyways, are they finally going to evolve the Hydrapple? So I think they did Budew for a couple turns here, which is super annoying. The item lock denied us from evolving for quite some time, so it's gonna be a long one, you know. But we're gonna hang in there and just play our Smoochum. Not sure what the move is called, but we're gonna attach 2 energies on one of the Drifloons on the bench. I really want to attach to the one without the tool card, but I guess we have no choice. Because if we evolve the Curse Spreading Drifblim on the Luxcape one, then it would be sort of a waste, just because they're probably going to knock it out with 1 hit. And we won't be able to make use of Relicanth's ability for us to, you know, play on the damage counters. So the Luxcape would essentially be worthless. Maybe that was a misplay, I don't know. We should probably have attached to the Bear Drifloon, but I kind of want to leave the empty one for experience share, you know. If you have experience share attached to the 3rd Drifloon, then you could actually kind of salvage, conserve your energies a lot more efficiently. So I think that was what I was trying to go for. Honestly, I don't believe in misplays. Whatever play you do, there's always new pathways and new options that could actually be way better than the previous one. So you never know. You never really know which is the misplay. But obviously, there are some plays that are quite definitely the wrong move. Like this Snorlax one, the Ultra Ball discard, I should have discarded my leftovers and play the Snorlax's ability to retrieve them on the same turn, since we already have the Snorlax in play. That was the wrong move, if there ever was one, right? So yeah, misplays do exist. But if at any point in the game you manage to realize that you did a misplay, it's never too late to kind of rectify the situation. Not to rectify your mistake, obviously no mistake can be rectified, but to basically take advantage of the situation that you have put yourself in, and kind of you know, open yourself to more different options. Like, I always limit myself. I always think that, oh, I should be using this to do that KO, I should be targeting that Pokemon, I should be getting the energy, I should be doing this, I should be doing that. But sometimes you need to open yourself to you know, unforeseen options, like things that you never thought of. You need to just open your mind to different possibilities, and then sometimes you actually, you know, it comes to you, the insight just comes to you, and you could actually see different pathways of playing the game. You could actually see different plays, and then that actually gives you a different sort of knockout, a different kind of reverse counter play or whatever, that helps you draw out your final 2 prize cards or something like that, you know. It definitely helps you win the game a lot better if you can see bigger, like a wider range of plays. is what I'm trying to say. And I do admit that sometimes I have a bit of a narrow mindset, that I keep focusing so much on doing that specific knockout that I miss all of the like crazy epic plays that I could have done. So it's just it's a learning process, you know. It's just something that I'm constantly trying to improve on, which is not easy. I just want you guys to know that this is not easy, especially while you're building deck. Every deck is different though. Every deck build is different, and every deck build demands a kind of a different sort of play. And you actually need to like practice it enough times, play enough games with it to get good at that specific deck. So every single deck that I'm building, I have to go through the play process over and over again, and it's exhausting. It's really stressful, especially with the situation that I'm in right now. There are a lot of disturbances that I'm facing, gang stalking and everything. If you guys don't like believe in that, that's your choice. But I honestly feel like you know, there are a lot of crazy psychopaths in my neighborhood right now, and it's really affecting my work. So I'm trying to get out of this neighborhood, but it's a bit difficult at the moment. So I hope you can understand my misplays, if any, and try to move forward with me in a peaceful manner. I come in peace. And on that note, I think I'm just gonna end the voiceover right here. And if you guys focus on the game, please like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. If you really enjoyed this combo, we'll see you next time. Have a great day, and bye everyone!